We're back with another edition of Smart Driving Cars. Thank you for spending time with us. I'm Fred Fishkin, along with the Faculty Chair of Autonomous Vehicle Engineering at Princeton University, co-author of the book, The Real Case for Driverless Mobility, Alain Kornhauser. Hi, Alan.
Hey, good afternoon, Fred.
Good afternoon. In this edition on top, GM's Cruise is scrapping plans to build the Origin, a robotaxi with no steering wheel or pedals, drew a lot of attention wherever it was shown, I think at CES, and will instead use the next generation Chevy Bolt in its operations. CEO Mary Barra told shareholders yesterday, the decision to take a $583 million charge will simplify their path to scale.
I don't know. I guess she's CEO. She must know what she's doing. What else could I say? Seems like, really, the Chevy Bolt's going to do what Origin was going to do. Really?
That had, that had,
Who are they going to give rides to? I mean, okay.
and the Cruise subsidiary had an operating loss of $1.14 billion just in the second quarter as well.
I mean, 1.14 second Q. Because they were strapped with the 500, where whatever that number, I guess one should look at the balance sheet, but I thought they cut back, or okay, details must matter.
Meanwhile, TechCrunch reports that former Cruise CEO and co-founder Kyle Vogt responded to the news on X, and in a word, he's disappointed, of course.
Yeah, I guess my word is cry and shame. I mean, you do all that work, you get it all set up, you have an incident that, I mean, things didn't go perfectly. Have they ever caught the person who started that whole thing, hit and run?
Not that I know of.
What that, and then I guess at the top they must not have really been dedicated to trying to give people rides. I don't know what. Well, one can speculate what a major automobile company has as its number one interest, which is sell cars, not give rides. And giving rides might not perfectly align with selling cars. Oh, it is, what a shame, crying shame.
And along those lines, what you're saying, Alan, in the newsletter, you point out that you and Elizabeth are setting out to fill the void by giving rides to those who really need a ride, and asking those who are interested to send a resume in.
Why not? I guess, look, if GM doesn't want to do it, at least Elizabeth and I think there's a real need here, a real opportunity. And if anybody out there is either disappointed or discombobulated by what GM is doing and really wants to do it, become a member of the coalition of the willing, to actually give high quality, safe rides to people who really need a ride, then hey, I guess we're going to have to do it.
And along those lines, there's news on the book front, the book being The Real Case for Driverless Mobility, which you co-authored with Michael Senna. And the news is the audiobook version is now published and available on Audible and on Apple as well.
Right. And just think, you now can read what I wrote, and then you can listen to what I say with this nice, great voice that I have. Just kidding. Who would have done the voice of that? Do we know anybody, Fred?
Well, I spent some time doing it. And I actually have to apologize to people who listen to the audiobook. This is nearly 11 hours long, and I recorded it in part during a long recovery from COVID. So you're going to hear some differences in the narration, but it's all there.
Yes, and I'm telling you, probably your worse is better than my best. So it's a good thing. Plus, I don't know how to read, so how could I have possibly, audified it?
Not exactly, but it's listed. We are listed, Alan, as the #1 new release in the public administration law category on Audible. And as you pointed out, maybe it's one of one. I'm not sure.
Right, we're 101, Fred. Yay! I'm finally #1. I've never been #1 before. Ooh, wow.
And we need to tell people that this is a bargain when you compare it to the print price. Paperback is over $112, and the audiobook is just $21.83, or I think one Audible credit if you're a member. So,
Yeah, well, I sent an email to Elsevier, our publisher, and sort of suggested an alternative pricing strategy for the book, as you might suspect. And they told me to stick to my own business because I don't know the book publishing world, and therefore I should just keep my thoughts to myself. So there you go. But gee, now you don't even have to know how to read or spend the effort of reading. You just listen and have this great soothing voice of Fred Fishkin bringing all the knowledge to you instantaneously. Ooh. We're going to become #2. Oh no, I guess we're #1. We're going, yes, 1 is better than 2, right?
Usually, I think they know that at Princeton.
Well, I don't know.
We should also point out that we want to thank the people at Amazon and Audible for their assistance in getting this out there and getting it published. We appreciate their help, and it's available also on the Apple platform.
Yeah, no, they certainly provide an enormous amount of help, and it was very, very nice. So thank you. It was a pleasure to work with them.
On the upcoming news front, the annual TRB Symposium is coming up in San Diego, and that's just next week, I think, Alan.
Yep, it's next week. Unfortunately, I can't be there, but hopefully everybody has a good time in San Diego.
And then following that, the Florida AV conference coming up?
Yep, and that's in Tampa, and Elizabeth and I intend to be there and made our reservations. I think it must be the 12th one or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I've missed any. I might have missed 1 or 2, but not many. And that's always a good one.
And we've been working with some people down in Florida to help enhance this whole thought process as well.
Right. And so, yes, Florida, and thanks to Jeff Brandis and many others there, is really trying to take this technology and get some societal benefit out of it, because I guess that's what it's for. It's not for joyriding, and it's not for, entertainment. It's for really improving people's lives.
Terrific. Well, that's coming up, and people should stay tuned for news about what happens there. And you can always find us at smartdrivingcar.com and wherever you turn to for podcasts. Remember, go to Audible and get the audiobook. You can find my tech reports at techstination.com. I'm Fred Fishkin along with Alain Kornhauser. Thank you for listening or watching, and please continue to stay safe.
And continue to have a great summer. We have 1 more month of it, and it's back to the classroom and everything else, which is, I guess, can't wait. going to do another one, as well as lots of other things. I mean, we are serious about doing this.